Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Six Gaming Podcast. Filling in for your host, as always, it's Ron Clay, except our host is here.
I'm here. Hi guys.
Physically.
Crazy fucking migraine all day.
Shosan is so committed to this
summer thing.
podcast that he feels like absolute shit, and he's still here. But we're unsure if it's because he actually cares about the podcast or because he's afraid that Ron will make fun of him.
Little from column A, little from column B. You understand?
This is episode 68, by the way.
Yes.
Getting close.
I need to be here for next week.
Yeah, you do.
We need to get everyone on for next week.
Well, I think we're bringing up topics for next week, this week, so...
Yeah, I know, right?
That's true. Let's introduce... what kind of co-hosts do we have, Show?
Awesome and illustrious set of co-hosts, I believe.
Awesome and illustrious co-hosts, folks.
Awesome and illustrious.
And we're going to start with Mr. Bob Ross himself.
Hello, what's going on? Hi, Solitha. Why don't you just smack the dickens right out of your paintbrush?
Oh, God, phrasing?
What?
Seriously.
What?
Phrasing, bro. Phrasing.
Oh.
You might as well have just
we're
said
still
you
doing
would mushroom
phrasing.
stamp someone.
Yes, phrasing is amazing. Up next, the man who's not going to drown in the next major Houston flood.
Because he floats.
Because he floats.
Hey, everybody.
Dad, you look distracted. What are you doing?
He's exceedingly distracted.
No, I was trying to see where you're going. I thought you were introducing yourself because you never mind. I hate you.
Really?
That's if you guys haven't figured it out, that's Veg.
Yes, hi.
Crazy. And then, of course, the guy who's either
Literal.
drinking on pain pills or both.
Both today, yeah.
Both
headache.
today.
So, you know,
I'm sure that's real good for you.
it's gotta be.
And I guess this means that we move on to the first part of the show, the first half of the show, which is Show's favorite part of the show. Would you do the honors?
I would. Yes, it's... I can't. Man, it's news. Fuck it.
News! Fuck it!
No, I can't today.
All right, and up first,
You sound like an emo kid.
a little bit of disappointment here, and Show's got a rather negative opinion on this. No Man's Sky, a big open universe sandbox, whatever you want to call it. We go out and discover things and get to name stuff, and it's really cool. It was supposed to be released June 20th or 21st or something like that, and it got delayed to August 12th.
I included
August
the
9th
meme.
and August 12th in the UK.
I included the meme. I believe it's Nicolas Cage. If you don't say.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Because everyone, you build up the hype, and then it's going to get delayed. Now, I would say this is good, because otherwise they're releasing a subpar product. I mean, if it gets delayed again, then we're like, okay, they didn't really have it done. But they probably found some big bug that they hadn't run into before right near the end, and they're fixing it.
No,
This is good unless the game sucks. Then it is exceedingly bad.
Well,
Yeah.
but if it sucks, it sucks. I mean, it's going to suck anyway. Like,
Yeah.
See, and my issue is exactly what Ron alluded to. The fact that they hyped this up so much, and then, you know, you guys gave us a promise date almost from the get-go, and then all of a sudden, hey, guys, we got to pull it.
Well,
I
what software
would,
company hasn't done that?
I'd disagree with you. They didn't give the launch date until late last year,
Well,
and they've been
still,
working on it
though,
for a long time.
That's a long time, though, to give a launch date. So what I think they should have done was pulled a Blizzard in this case and just said, hey, guys, you know, this is taking longer than expected. It's coming soon. And I would have been okay with that. I really would. I still have my pre-order, don't get me wrong, but the point is, don't promise if you can't deliver.
I would say that coming soon might have been a better option, because then maybe it is August 12th, then it comes out August 12th. If they miss this date, then it'll be bad. But, excuse me. Abduction, which is the Cyan Studios' missed spiritual successor, also missed their date. They were supposed to launch late last year, and we talked a little bit about that. They had tried to find an investor, and then the last minute the investor pulled out, and then they had to like roll back some of the changes they had made. And I don't even know when they're supposed to launch, and I think they kind of said coming soon.
And that's fine. You know, I've been looking forward to that game too, you know. but
Yeah.
at least there isn't anything solid. They said we hope, and I'm okay with that. But these guys said no, we're freaking coming in June or July, and now nothing.
To be fair, Duke Nukem Forever got delayed.
That's true.
Yeah,
It did.
for
It was a complete abomination. I mean, it was fun. Yeah, they could poke fun at the.
Do any of you guys read PC Gamer, or had you in like the late '90s?
Yeah, absolutely, all the time back then. Not anymore.
Do you remember
Oh,
Gravy
gosh.
Trader?
Oh yeah.
The Coconut Monkey exclusive.
I still have some
Oh,
of their
boy.
old discs lying around too. Yeah.
So for anyone who doesn't know, Gravy Trader is a parody of the basically Duke Nukem Forever, but it's the eternally delayed project. And so when they started talking about it in like the mid '90s, they're like, "We're gonna launch Gravy Trader featuring Coconut Monkey, who was the spokesman for PC Gamer," and they said we're doing it in the whatever Quake engine. And then a few months later, like there'd just be a little footnote somewhere in the magazine that said, Gravy Trader's been delayed a few months. We're gonna be using the Quake 2 engine. And
Yeah,
it's gonna be way better.
They were very fond of putting that stuff in the margins,
Yeah.
right along the seam, and
And then they'd say like, Gravy Trader's been delayed. We're gonna be using the Unreal engine. It's gonna be amazing. And so like for years they kept putting just little footnotes like they're gonna change the engine or they had a change in management or whatever. And I don't read PC Gamer anymore. I don't even know if they print it anymore. But
I think
Yeah,
they're
they do.
online only now. Yeah.
so that'd be funny
No,
if
they,
it's.
they
But
still. Oh wait, no, that's Game Informer. Never mind.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Game
I
Informer.
think they stopped printing a while back.
Well, then again, so did Playboy, so did the New York Times, so did.
No, Playboy's still in print. There just aren't naked ladies in it anymore.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
what's
now
the
you
point of
actually,
buying that?
so now you actually have to read it for the articles, veg.
right. It's literally the articles. If you want the naked women, you go to their website, you pay a monthly fee, and then
Or
you
I could just go to Pornhub and
Yeah,
watch
pay-
it for free. But anyway,
Right.
You need to pay a membership to see naked ladies on Playboy.
All
Let's
right.
find
so,
out.
On, speaking of naked ladies, so this one kind of burned me a bit when I read this. Apparently, Blizzard has pulled a DCMA.
Oh, hold on. I just want to point out that it took one news article for show to regain control.
I have to look. This one's just as much bullshit too. No. This one's bullshit. Okay, so Blizzard filed a DCMA takedown for all the Rule 34 stuff on their Overwatch characters. Right? Here's the thing. What is Rule 34? Does anyone know that rule?
We've talked
No.
about it on episode
Okay.
34.
So
We've
if
talked about
there
Rule
is
35.
not porn of it,
That's 35.
if
You're
it
thinking of 35.
exists, right? 34 is if it exists, then there is porn of it. But my issue with this whole thing is Rule 35, which of course, if it doesn't exist, then someone will make it, right? So if Blizzard's
Not
going to make a
someone.
big
You must
deal
make it.
about pulling fucking porn of their characters, people are going to do it anyway. Now, especially out of just spite, really.
Yeah, and my thought is, I see what they're trying to do. Good luck controlling it.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
gonna be.
you can't.
Maybe they should have made their characters so sexy.
It's the pinup
Bootylicious.
poster, man. The pinup
Bootylicious.
does it every time.
But yeah, that's kind of funny that they're doing that.
It's stupid.
Like, do they do it for any of their other franchises?
They haven't in the past, no.
I mean, you have Kerrigan.
Which I've seen.
So, like
Yeah.
the pre
on,
the
but-
pre Zerg Queen Kerrigan.
Right.
Well,
I've seen Rule
either
34
one, I
on-
guess.
I've seen Rule 34 on World of Warcraft. I've seen it on Blizzard. Pretty much you name it.
Well,
it's
we all know
gorgeous.
the internet is for porn.
Right. And you guys, I'm so dedicated to this show that I have to do research on Rule 34.
Of
That's the only
course.
reason why I know about it, of course. It's purely
Of
research.
course. How much of this do you find on Cole's site?
About half, to be honest with you, but it's Cole's, so. I mean,
Of course,
Cole.
for research, I checked, and there's still plenty of Overwatch, the Rule 34, to be found out there.
yeah.
If you can't, okay, yeah, just Jesus. The funnier thing is, I think it started even before the beta really came out too.
Oh, I'm sure.
It would have had to, yeah. Even those first pictures they put up of Tracer, I'm sure started it.
Oh, no doubt. So,
Like,
Yeah.
honestly, what the hell did they think was going to happen?
It's
It's the fucking internet.
right.
They
And
thought
the-
everyone would be mature adults and play an adult game. And
hell, we don't have mature adults on this podcast.
Exactly. And
Let alone
part
the
of the
internet.
problem is the more they fight this,
I
this
need a
is gonna
grown-up.
this is going to turn into the whole anonymous fight with the Scientology. You know, the more they fight it, the more people are going to rebel against it.
Well, maybe
and-
they
and
did it on
join
purpose
together.
to spread that. Maybe they want Overwatch porn all over the place, and people will be like, "Ooh, what is this porn from?" And then they'll go play Overwatch.
Yeah, to me, it's good PR.
Free advertising.
Good PR. But
I think we need to have a sing-along and chat with Avenue Q songs.
Yeah, I know, right?
Avenue Q.
That's really the only one I know.
Really, show?
No, I know the other one. Everyone is
Everybody's
just
a little bit racist.
Yeah.
That's an
I
Avenue Q
do
joke.
not know this.
Avenue Q is a
Anyway.
musical with puppets. It's like
Yes.
the Muppets musical, but it's
No, it's like
super
Sesame Street for
adults.
adults. It's totally rated R.
It's
Okay.
what the
I mean,
internet.
one of the lines from the song is "Grab your dick and double click."
Oh.
You've
Wait.
seen the internet is for porn. World of Warcraft Machinima, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the song is from that. They just for the Machinima.
Isn't it Machinima? Yeah, thank you.
Hearthstone.
Whatever.
Melee.
Melee.
Melee. All right.
God, I swear to God, that's gonna be put on
Anyway,
my goddamn gravestone.
We're gonna move on here and talk about speaking of Warcraft. You guys know that there's a movie coming out next month?
No, that's a lie.
There's actually a movie coming out on the 10th, and it's called Warcraft.
Jesus.
Yes.
I gotta go buy my ticket.
And I have to tell you that here in San Fran, we managed to get a ticket for the 8th.
Nice.
Yes.
Very
But
nice.
the reviews are coming in for this movie, and so far, it's pretty much you either really like it or you really hate it.
Well, here's the thing, though. Aren't these the same reviewers who said that, all these comic book movies were terrible and they were never going to take off? And why the hell would you make, an Avengers movie? And this is stupid.
Billions of dollars.
Exactly. Now look at it. So, I don't take the trust of reviewers anymore.
I think part of it, I saw some mixed reviews. It seems like people who like the games like the movie because they don't do, like, they know the characters already. They kind of assume that the people seeing the movie are going to know the characters at least somewhat.
Yeah.
And people who don't know the characters don't get enough explanation
Yeah,
of why
but-
they're important.
One of the fucking reviews I read though was about something along the lines of because the humans are white, quote unquote, and the orcs are brown. It had something to do with Trump and illegal immigrants.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
God.
I mean, that's
On
a
that
bit
card?
fucking stupid.
Because this movie hasn't been in the making for how long?
it's
Yeah.
a stretch. It's a stretch, and they're just trying to get views.
Why are we pulling the fucking race card, politics card already?
It didn't take long.
Be a movie.
It doesn't take
You
long.
would say that, you white mansplainer.
What?
It's white guilt all over. I
I know,
tell.
right?
White guilt.
Yeah,
So,
Well,
God.
I'm hoping this will be good because this is actually going to be one of the first movies I've seen in theaters in quite some time.
I have not seen a movie for.
And with Kathy, it's going to be my first movie I've seen since I want to say the third edition of Lord of the Rings.
Damn.
Wow. Yeah,
So it's been that long since we've gone to see a movie together.
So my expectations is at least Civil War high for this year's of movie theaters, which is pretty high.
Yeah.
I've
so
still never
I'm-
seen that.
It's worth it.
We saw
I don't like Captain America.
we saw Guardians of the Galaxy in theaters, and then we recently saw. Oh, we saw Star Wars. I think those are the last two movies we saw in theaters.
Oh, see, I saw
Previous movie I saw
Deadpool
was
and Star
Gravity.
Wars. I think Star Wars was the late. No, Deadpool was the latest one.
Oh, we saw Deadpool.
Yeah.
Man,
Anyway,
I've seen a lot of movies recently. For me,
we have any Warhammer fans here?
May
Eh,
wait, which one?
The
I
Total
enjoy
War Warhammer?
watching the
is
tabletop.
Nereos
Is this even related?
listening?
I don't even know
Nereos.
if it's related.
The
Nereos
tabletop's
is
pretty cool.
huge on Warhammer.
He's huge. Well, there's a game out called Total War Warhammer, it has broken the franchise sales record by selling over 500,000 copies in the first few days.
Damn.
And that is a record for a franchise on Steam. That is significant.
That's serious. There's a lot of people that play Warhammer.
Yeah, and they're very diehard
I mean,
fans.
and Total War is a lot like the tabletop game, so maybe it's just like a digital version of the tabletop game, which would be awesome.
Could be.
Yeah.
I wasn't a huge fan of the Total War. The first one I ever played was Shogun, and it wasn't. I don't know. I don't like the way the game plays, but then again, I also don't like Settlers of Catan or any of those others.
Get off this podcast right now.
Yeah, sorry.
Settlers of Catan's meh.
But anyway,
like-
this game has a 9 to 10 review on GameSpot, and it's got high marks from a whole bunch of people, so definitely check it out. Looks pretty cool. And then finally, this isn't quite League of Legends, but there's a professional Smite team named Team Envious who got a little salty after one of their matches and decided to try to pull some shenanigans in their next match. And what they did is that they grouped up as 5 at level 1 and were waiting for like the mid lane to show up, and they all went after one guy, and they read it well, and they ran away, and eventually they got crushed. They made a bad play and they got crushed, and they surrendered 2 minutes into the match.
Yeah, that's bad juju though.
This is a big no-no because the rules of the league say you cannot surrender until 10 minutes. So they got fined for doing this. It was like a week 9 game, and it was, if I remember right, it was a pretty significant fine. I don't remember the exact.
$500 a player.
Yeah, $500, so $2,500 if that's not taking coaches into account rather.
No, it was players.
And they ordered the forfeiture of any prize money from the match.
Good.
So yeah, it's
you know, and people are bitching because everyone's like, oh, they only have that rule in for monetization or anything like that, which is sort of, but it's kind of like if a football team walked off the field halfway through the game because they knew that they were losing down by like 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
You know, a game's not. You know, hell, I've been in Smite. I've been down like 25 kills and still ended up winning. You know, it's. In professional play, that's a little bit different. You know, if you're down by that many.
It's a little extreme, but it's literally almost the same as going into a Call of Duty multiplayer match. As soon as you get killed the first time, you say fuck it and you quit. I mean, seriously, don't be that salty. You guys are a pro team.
Yep, and then 2 of the players left the game left the team right after.
Snoopy and Sona.
Yeah.
And it's not the Snoopy from League of Legends. I had to check that one out.
I was wondering. Glad you knew that already. So, yeah, that's don't mess around in pro games. The last time I've seen something like this in a professional game was
E.G. Idra.
Huh?
E.G. Idra.
E.G. Idra?
From E.G. Evil Geniuses Idra.
No, I'm talking about professional sport, actual physical sports.
Oh. Okay.
I remember a game between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills where the referees were calling every single penalty against the Bills, and New England came and scored a last-minute touchdown. So on the extra point, the Buffalo Bills declined to take the field, allowing the New England Patriots to score a wide-open 2-point conversion on the touchdown. So,
Come on,
yeah, it was pretty bad. This wasn't that long ago. I believe they got fined as well. So, yeah, there's that. And that does it for news. So that means we're going to move on to. I don't know if this is Show's favorite part so much as it's Penn's favorite part. But,
this is Penn's favorite, yeah.
Yeah, this is Shitty Minutes.
This is Shitty Minutes.
What are we doing outside of gaming?
So I'm under contract in a new house. So
I have
that's
no
good.
idea what that means.
It means he found another place.
It
to
means that I am contractually obligated to buy a house, unless like something bad happens where I'm allowed to not do it. You basically, so if you like a house, you make an offer. You say, I will pay you X dollars for that house, and then they say, okay, you will pay us X dollars for this house, and then you're under contract. But you don't actually own the house until you close the contract. And in the meantime, you get inspections and all that kind of crap.
Make sure that it's worth
Yes, well, there are opportunities to walk away for both parties in case, like, for example, on the first house, we found mold in the crawl space, and we told them fix the mold, and they said it's just dirt, and we said no, it's not, it's mold, and they said no, it's not, it's just dirt.
Sounds
And
like a bad Monty Python skit.
Yeah,
Right.
and then we said have fun selling the house.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
they have not since gotten another offer because everyone knows they have mold in their crawl space. So, in fact,
Whoops.
the inspector told me that he has had like 10 calls from different realtors saying, "Hey, I heard you inspected this house and then the deal fell through. What was up with that?" And he's like, "Well, I found mold in the crawl space." They're like, "Okay, we'll tell our clients." So
Interesting.
good luck to them. I have a feeling in a few months they're going to call us back and be like, "Hey, did you still want to buy our house? We'll clean up the mold."
Y'all burn that bridge.
Yeah.
Pretty
So,
much.
so yeah, we're in a contract on a new one. So I may be out again, in and out while we move, as long as this one doesn't fall through. We had an inspection and everything went fine. So I don't know where we're going to put our computers. So it's going to be weird. That's what I walk around the house. I'm like, where am I going to put my computer? That's what was important to me.
Yeah. Priorities.
Yeah.
Priorities.
All right. So, I don't have a whole lot this week because I've been busy with other things, but I usually come across something. I don't think we've heard anything in this segment outside of me and Dan.
Which one?
What's up with that, guys?
I do have one.
Excellent. Yes.
Joe has a horrible migraine.
No,
I've been fighting a flood all week.
Right.
No
so
way.
There's veg.
If you lay across the highway, you can stop the flooding.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
Yes,
Oh.
it does. The water has to go around you, and by the time it gets around you, it's evaporated.
Right?
Or it gets pulled in by the gravity.
What am I, fucking Cthulhu?
No, but you probably will become the next gas giant in our solar system.
Yeah, and you're full of shit, so you're the giant crap giant.
What the fuck?
Ooh, I need to talk more quietly because I think my son's up.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Well, I do have something, though. It
What you
turns
got?
out that, sadly, the military has said, thanks to my very terrible back, that we're going to do a medical review on you and see if we want to retain you. So this time next year, I might
I'll
be
be
job
back,
hunting.
hopefully.
Dude, I don't know. I guess we saw this coming.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
you just
sadly
couldn't leave
we
well
did.
enough alone. And it's like, oh, I have a bad back. Oh, but I need to move this couch. I'll do it by
All
myself.
right, well, look,
Oh, I hurt my back.
my job is logistics. You know what I mean? I do cargo movement for a living. And they're like, oh, well, you know, try this, try that. And I said, well, that shit doesn't work. I still have to fucking move things for a living. And they said, well, we're not sure if you can do your job anymore. So, whatever, assholes. Anyway, that's my shitty news.
That
And it's
sucks.
shitty.
I hope that doesn't stay shitty. I hope that
Me
turns
too,
around for
man.
him.
13 years down the hole if they do it. But
Yep.
whatever.
Fuck 'em. All right, so now we're going to move on to the third half of the show, which is indeed Shosan's favorite part of the show.
It's my favorite part. You know it.
You do this better than any of us.
I can't, though.
You can. I bet you can. You don't have to scream.
I can't. I don't have the energy. That was the most
But
energy
yet
you got
you'll
as I fight
ran-
for my job. That's
You know
it.
what that's called? Fucking hypocrite. Shut the fuck up.
I can't. That's all the energy y'all get.
Hey, podcasters, what you playing?
Thanks, Ron.
And
You're
I was going to start with Penth, but he decided to run off.
Yeah, he does that.
So, Veg, what you playing right now?
I'm playing. I was gonna say Skyrim, but that's a lie. It's Smite. Still on the PS4. I don't know why, but I just find it a lot more appealing on a 32-inch screen than a tiny little monitor. Plus,
You could get a 32-inch monitor. Just saying.
no, I'd have to get like another 24-inch. But it's a lot of fun if you haven't played it. It's Hi-Res Studio makes it. It's free. Can't complain about free. I've also
Get on
been
Steam.
playing. Yep. Oh, is it on Steam now?
It's on Steam now, yeah.
Huh. Nice. I've also been playing a RTS called Stellaris. Show briefly played that with us for like a minute.
I
A
fucking
minute?
hate RTSs.
It was like It was like 10 minutes.
I can't figure them out.
It's not that hard. It honestly isn't. It looks like a lot, but it's not. So Sins of a Solar Empire is a pretty slow-paced RTS for the most part until you start picking up in a shit ton of wars at once. This one is a little bit into the war faction, but you can also be very diplomatic, and it's a lot easier to gain allies and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. It's time-consuming for sure. Me and one of my buddies, Obad, we've already had a game together that's about 10 hours long, and we still have no idea how long it's going to be before we even finish the game.
All right. So and I think we're losing Mr. Sun over here. So,
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right. We hope you feel better.
Thanks.
Any parting words?
No, not really. There's actually... Nope, that's it. Sadly, though, because I'm hosting everything, I'm going to keep this stream live. I'm just going to go ahead and switch out my camera and everything. And
All right.
be good to go.
Fair enough. And
All right,
then anything else, Fedge?
I've also been playing Destiny more too, as well on the PS. Like a lot of the games I've been playing mostly this week, I've been PS4 oriented for some reason. I just don't know why. I guess because of the very nature of most of them are just pick up put downs.
Fair enough.
So I've been trying to play Overwatch, but like what I've been saying about the podcast is my internet's been a little funky, and I have no idea why. And on an FPS, like I can't play League, I can't, Smite's a lot more forgiving, and I don't know why. It's actually refreshing to see something that's not as punishing when you're lagging out. Like you'll notice it once in a while, but it's just it compensates for it. Where League of Legends, Overwatch doesn't do that. Overwatch is just terrible to play with lag because, oh hey, I'm going left. Wait, why am I going 50 degrees right? Why am I falling off now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that I had to stop. It was pissing me off. So any MMOs are fine. It's just I don't know what's going on. So I'll have to figure that out once the flooding and stuff like that stops. See if it's our end or if it's their end trying to compensate.
It's be like, I'm having a problem with my internet. Can you come look? Sir, we can't swim to your house. Sorry.
Yeah, so I've been mostly doing those games. I think I had one more, but I don't remember.
Right.
Okay. Nope, that's pretty much it this week.
Skyforge?
Oh yeah, Skyforge. It's another free MMO. No, Coles did not invite me to this one this time.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if he did, he wouldn't be playing it, so doesn't matter if he invited you to it or not.
Yeah, I know. Well, I would have to. No, it counts because it's more on my fucking list that I had to throw at him, if that was the case.
Yep.
But no. He didn't. It was Obad who showed me it. He's like, oh hey, I'm playing this with another friend. And it's like, oh, that friend does the same thing as Coles does, just picks up a game and puts it down and never picks it up again.
Yep,
so we'll have to see what happens. It's a free MMO. It's pretty interesting. It's in the effect of what the hell is it called? Final Fantasy, in the way that all the classes can be unlocked for one character.
Aha.
And so much so that
I like that.
Yes,
I like that a lot.
I do too. But the only thing is that you cannot make alts for anything else. So I don't know if I haven't gotten that far enough to see if there's a crafting system. The combat's very basic. It honestly is.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much so that you can actually play it on a controller,
right?
Which I tried. It's all right. Like anything, like MMO wise, everything's better on a mouse and keyboard. So
yeah. Oh, very cool.
It's pretty. The classes are pretty unique. Some of them are just downright stupid, but the few classes that I've seen that I've actually want to unlock, like the Necromancer or Necromancer, whatever. God, I'm turning into you, Ron. Yeah, it's not Necro, it's Necro. But they basically wield a giant fucking scythe and kill everything. So I'll let you know in the coming weeks of when I play it more, or if I do. That's it for me.
All right, Mr. House. What have you been playing, sir? That's you, Penth.
Oh. Sorry, let me take my pain pills. It's not lupus.
God damn it.
Start drinking, too. I mean, you gotta drink, too.
No, he was talking... I think it missed. I think Ron doesn't get the joke.
Shuts out says,
this is
"I
pretty good.
still hear you."
This is pretty good. You guys, it's like Tangerine IPA,
Citra Delio?
Citradelic.
Oh, Delic.
It reminds me of. Let me show you a really cool label.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
Show, you might want to queue up Dan here if you're still around.
yeah, where'd it go?
In the meantime, we'll sing the Jeopardy thing.
There we go.
There we go.
Here, I just had to turn off the lights.
It's called Zombie Dust.
Damn.
It's really cool. All of their beers from Three Floyds have really awesome labels, but this one in
I would just buy the beer just off of that.
yeah, it's really good.
By the way, has anyone ever told you before that you have way too many Chrome extensions?
No.
You have way too many Chrome extensions.
No.
Wait, how many do you have?
Allow me to be the first.
Yeah, too many.
Wait, this is a man who has like 500 fucking add-ons on WoW.
Yeah. WoW's the only place I do it. So.
Anyway, I've been playing Crypt of the Necrodancer because Ron Clay. I beat the game with Dove, which was really easy. I'm still on
Wow,
Zone
you find
2.
Dove easy. That's pretty good.
Yeah, well, I'm still on 2 on Cadence, and I think 3 on Bard,
Uh-huh.
and I think that's it. But I've unlocked like most of the stuff you can unlock with diamonds,
That's cool.
and
Yeah, and
You
anything
get
that you don't have, once you get to Zone 4, I mean, there's 8 diamonds on every floor, so...
yeah, I'm getting better. A little roguelike, a little Rogue Legacy, but not a whole lot of gaming this week.
Oh,
Been
that's
busy.
Rogue Legacy. I thought that was real life.
No, some real life.
You just put RL.
Also, I found out that one of the most influential surgeons in the field that I designed for liked the product that I just put out. So that's pretty cool.
Sweet.
So,
Awesome.
So when you come filthy rich, just don't forget about us. Just,
Yeah,
you know.
I don't get shit. Like I get a couple $100 for my patent being approved, but
That's it.
yeah.
Welcome to
Like
Big
if the company makes a gazillion dollars, they'll be like, "Good job, Dan."
Yep, pretty much. Another cog in the wheel.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I only say that because my wife says that to me a lot.
You're a cog in her wheel.
Oh, damn. Anyway, I have been also playing Crypt of the Necrodancer this past week, and shortly after the podcast, I started a Bolt Deathless run. The Bolt is the one that goes at double time. Managed 16 wins, which is good enough for 9th place, I believe. So that's pretty good. And then also finished up all the missions in Crimson Land. Got the splitter gun, which I was like waiting for, and found out they nerfed the fucking thing.
Ouch.
Because before, what would happen is that the splitter gun in Crimson Land, basically, you hit something with the gun, and the bullet splits into 2, and it can do that infinitely. In the updated version, it only splits if it kills the enemy. So, so the weapon's only good up to a point. And
It
once
goes
it gets
from
to the
being
point
like
where it
a
doesn't
D3
kill anything.
set thing to not being good.
Yeah, and yeah. Well, I mean, there was a downside to it in the original game. If you got hit by one of the split bullets, you would take damage because if it splits enough, it will loop back around on you. Well, you don't even get a chance to see that happen in this game, so whatever. I'm maybe done with that version of the game because I just did not find that to be entertaining enough. But yeah, there's still some achievements. I might go for them. We'll see. Of course, Diablo 3. Been playing a shitload of that. I'm up to Paragon 786, which exceeds my non-seasonal Paragon of 732. I have 18 billion gold, which exceeds my non-Paragon of 17 billion gold.
Why is it every season you get so much more shit?
My best Greater Rift is 75, which exceeds my previous best of 65.
Good
It's just
lord.
like, it's insane. It's crazy how overpowered they're making the characters. But I'm enjoying it. I'm actually shooting for 800. Want to start getting more stuff. I've actually, if you're not familiar with the ancient augments, Basically, you put a high-level gem and put it in the cube along with 3 of the gems that you want the stat from and the item, and it puts on a stat for every level of the gem. You get 5 of that stat. So you have a level 75 gem, you put in 3 yellow gems along with your bracers, and now your bracers have an additional 375 intellect on it, which is huge. I love that. So that's very nice. And then Heroes of the Storm. I've actually been playing a bit of that lately with Kathy. We've been doing our dailies just against Adept AI. Had a little fun with it. Finally got a chance to play Cho'Gall after we've been saying forever that we were going to do it. We finally did, and it was actually quite fun. We both took a turn on the other side. She likes playing the I don't know which one's which, but she likes playing the
Chose the
assassin version, and I play the warrior version. She likes it that way, so it's fun. And finally,
chose the warrior, I think.
Finally, I've been playing a bit of Overwatch. Of course, a few people on here have been playing it with us, so I'm not going to get too much into that other than saying May is Bay.
Shut the fuck up.
I've actually started to enjoy Reinhardt. I've been playing him a lot too.
Good. Stop playing May.
I play May on offense, and then on defense, it really depends on how I'm feeling. If I want to just sit around and do nothing, I'll play Symmetra. If I want to be the real defender, I'll play Reinhardt. Or if I'm wanting to just kick ass, I'll either play Reaper or Pharaoh.
Yeah, I'm glad you're getting away from May. I fucking hate that character.
No, May's great. I still play May on attack all the time.
Hey, you're going to go into a good quadra kill? Oh, no, let me block them off.
Just so you know.
You just wasted your ultimate? Fuck you, too.
I haven't used my E in forever, so I'll only use it when you're in the game. So anyway, that does it for what you're playing. So yeah, we're going to move on, and unfortunately, since Sho is not here, he's not going to be around for the 4th half of the show, which is Shosan's favorite part of the show. Sadly, he's not here.
Favoriteest,
yes. And this is a 6 gaming. Hold on. Round table.
Fatty.
Can someone do the intis that he does? Because I can't do that.
He doesn't even say that.
He does.
Okay.
He so does. I'm trying to get someone to do that little techno beat with their. Yeah, that's it. Sho does that. It's kind of funny when he does that. So the round table, of course, is where we ask you, the audience, and our illustrious co-hosts, a question on gaming, and we get a lot of fun opinions out of it. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we don't. This week we have kind of a fun one here. What is the biggest...
I came up with again.
Yeah, you're coming up. I came up with like a couple last week that we couldn't use because it was just me and you. Now, and I don't remember either of them.
Nope, don't remember them.
That's like, great idea, gone. What is the biggest roadblock you ever hit in a game? Or one of the biggest roadblocks.
Make multiple examples and talk about if you overcame it or not.
So I'm going to start with Veg.
Mine, I have 2. One is, since you said I could use multiple examples, I'm going to use one that was a non-MMO and then one that is an MMO. So my biggest non-MMO was Prince of Persia 3, the very first boss. I don't know what at the time I was going through my head, like, because it was a very easy boss.
Wait, is this the Xbox one or like the old Prince of Persia?
No, PlayStation 2.
Okay.
PlayStation
like
2.
The one with the Dark Prince.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did end up beating that game, but no, I just couldn't. For the life of me, that very first boss, I don't know what was going in my head. I know it was a timed attack that you have to do like a little special. You know, you had to wait for the screen to slow down so you could do it properly without getting thrown off. And I couldn't do it, and I don't know why. I just, for weeks, I was stuck on that. And then as soon as I got it, I was like, oh, I'm an idiot. Like, that's as far as I got with it. With that fight, I instantly just one-shot it once I figured out what the mechanic was. But it was just this easy mechanic that got me stuck for weeks, and it was kind of embarrassing.
I just looked it up. I remember that guy. Yeah, that was rough sometimes.
Yeah. Yep. So the Prince of Persia series, not the movies or the new one, was actually a pretty good puzzle fighting / murder game, And and fun fact, that's originally where the Assassin's Creed game came from too, because they were going to be based off of a like a DLC or something like that. I forget what it was, but it was something on the lines of DLC. So my MMO one this was before I actually joined Six Gaming, or six minutes to release back on WoW. Go figure. This was right before. This was literally weeks before I joined Six, though. Back in my old guild of Devil May Cry, where we were stuck on. What the hell is his name? The second boss in Karazhan.
Morose.
For weeks we couldn't. As soon as we got past him, we literally could finish the entire dungeon or entire raid. Yeah. But for some reason, people are like, "Oh, I got Garrote," and they just lay over and die. Like, "Oh, I'm not going to go near the healer and get heals, or I'm not going to help, pally bubble it." Where I remember there was a pally bubble glitch, or it was either a glitch or a res or something like that. Back when you could have as many battle reses as long as you brought them. Right. So basically, paladins were the #1 rule in that raid. So we got stuck on that. That was we got stuck on that for 3 months, for no reason, absolutely no reason. We were outgeared, we were overgeared. There was no reason for us to not do it, and we just got stuck.
Yep.
We had the biggest roadblock I've ever seen in a MMO I've ever come across, because I've never been that stuck. I've seen the hardcore raiding guilds maybe get stuck on a boss for maybe a couple weeks, if that, but no, we got stuck on that stupid boss for 2 months, and as soon as we did it, we just gibbed it.
And of course, there's been a couple of us that just, especially me and Sully. I mean, we were sitting doing tier 5 stuff in Black Flag before we left for 6. I mean, Karazhan was kind of a downgrade for us, but we chose to do it because, we wanted to grow a new guild.
Yeah, and I remember going on your Zul'Aman run. That's actually how we met.
Yep.
Now was it disastrous?
The cake. Everyone wants a slice.
Yeah. Ron's a birthday cake.
Yeah.
So Karazhan was definitely one of those frustrating raids next to Zul'Aman, because holy shit, that was just annoying.
Right.
But I was gonna say Tempest Keep, but we actually went pretty fast in that one. It only took us a month?
Didn't take long at all, no.
No, except your goddamn explanation of it. So
that took about a month.
So yeah, it did. But no, those are the only two that really come to my mind, just for the simple fact of I've never been so mad in my life. Like, my mom heard me. Like, that was my first rage quit experience. Was that fucking game, Prince of Persia. That was literally my first rage quit. Like, I slammed my controller down. My mom goes, "What the fuck's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
I was like, "This goddamn game," and she goes, "Really?" And she just looked at me like, "Really?"
Really?
She goes, "You need to go outside." I was like, "No, I need to beat this game."
Right. Anything else you can think of?
Not. I'd have to probably not God of no. Darksiders. There was one puzzle that it was towards the end. Like, it was a couple puzzles right before the last boss of the game on the hardest difficulty, which is not a joke, mind you. And I just kept dying to stupid shit, either minions or just, I kept falling to death because for some this wasn't released on PC at the time, at least, or my PC couldn't handle it, so I didn't have it regardless. And it just didn't. I just kept getting this weird angle, and it was a really bad angle. They addressed it eventually, because this was for Xbox 360, and then they did fix it, but the angle kept making you just drop off the platform to your death, almost guaranteed every single time.
Right.
And it's frustrating because it's a very long puzzle, and it's almost unforgiving because it only helps you halfway out, or it only gives you the spawn point halfway through. So, already having pain-in-the-ass enemies, and then the game's already against you, that was another rage quit moment where I just chucked my controller and put it down for like 3 months.
Yikes.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
I got really confused at What's the one before Skyrim? Oblivion, and I put that down for a year and a half. I didn't get the game.
So what I'm getting from you is that you're bad at games.
Yeah, I'm terrible.
Awful.
Even though most people refuse to play me in most of them. So.
All right, Dan, you brought up the question. What games have you had trouble with? Dan?
Sorry.
Dan.
I accidentally muted myself.
Oops. I see why.
That time I did it on purpose. I was just looking up the video for The Amazing Spider-Man 2 on Game Boy.
Oh, God.
Which was really hard. I just remember there was a part with like a roller coaster. You were fighting Carnage. And there was a roller coaster, and you had to like sling web up to the roller coaster, and then like you had to lower and yourself and then raise, like depending on if there were like electrical transformers or something in the way.
Right.
And if you got hit, then you lost life. And I never beat it ever.
Oof.
And so now I'm looking, and it's Amazing Spider-Man 2, number 2 of 2, and it looks like there was about 4 to 5 minutes left of gameplay after that.
Oh man, so close to the end.
So maybe I'll go back and beat that.
Maybe, yeah.
But that was definitely, that's one of the only games that I've ever like remember I got to a place that I could never beat. Also, there was a Star Trek game on Game Boy, and
I remember that one.
The password to the last, I don't know if it was the last mission, but it was Locutus, which was Picard's Borg name, and it was a Borg mission, and I think it was probably one of the last missions, and I never beat that one. So a lot of stuff on Game Boy as a kid that I couldn't beat. A couple things as an adult where I learned that I was going the wrong way, like when I went into the graveyard first on Dark Souls. Or in the first Dragon Age, when I went to the forest first, because I just assumed that you could go to any direction and then it would scale to you, and that was wrong.
No.
And then if we're talking about MMOs, then I think when the guild was stuck on Hordon was probably
Is that the Ice Giant in
No, that's the Dino in Throne of Thunder.
Oh yeah.
Throne of Thunder?
Yeah, it's Throne of Thunder. TOT.
Yeah.
Hot.
Yeah, that was shitty. We were stuck there for months.
So
yeah, I did. That's basically when I stopped playing WoW. Was when Throne of Thunder came out for the most part.
I think there was a lot of quitting.
Shosan is bringing up the wind tunnel from Battletoads.
Oh god.
Yeah, I never.
Why don't you just put in the entire game of Battletoads? Because fuck that game.
Someone, I remember at SGDQ or AGDQ rather, somebody tried to, as an incentive, complete that part of the game blindfolded. He failed every time. So, yeah, it's pretty funny. Anything else, Dan?
Nope. I'm just, this music from this Spider-Man thing is giving me horrible flashbacks.
All right. So I'm going to give two examples, both from the original Nintendo Entertainment System, and the first of which is Super Mario Brothers World 8-1.
Oh yeah.
How to explain my pain with this level? First of all, if you're not familiar with 8-1, 8-1 is I don't know if it actually is, but it feels like it's the longest level in the game, and it throws these really technical jumps in, along with a ton of enemies. Those are hard. Those were hard jumps, so hard. I remember the one where you have to like do a small jump, then a big jump. Oh God, I could never get that one. And it took me forever, like probably at least a couple of months to get by 8-1. And I would go as far as using the 3-1 infinite life trick to try to get by 8-1. And there were times I went through over 100 lives to get by 8-1 and couldn't do it because it was so freaking hard. That game, oh man, that game really really pissed me off. I did eventually beat the game, but it took me a long, long time.
Was
just
it
to get to
100% or?
Oh no, fuck no. You know, take the warp zone, and I take the warp zone to 3-1, get my lives, go to 4-2, take the warp zone to 8-1, and just bang my head against a wall repeatedly. It was so bad. Shosan says 8-1 can suck a bag of baby dicks. That's illegal.
Yeah.
Not literally baby dicks, just very small ones. Okay, that's fair enough.
The funnier thing is my mom actually beat that game too.
Oh yeah, I mean I beat the game. I could probably sit down and play through the game and beat it again, but it would probably take me a while to remember where to go on some of the, especially 8-4 was. There was a pattern to 8-4 though. It was like every third or fourth pipe you'd go down.
Yeah.
So I mean there was a pattern to it, but 8-1 was the biggest bitch. And the other one, you guys might laugh at this.
I laugh at anyway. It's you.
Yeah, it's the original Tetris for the NES, and I'm gonna put out level 19 for Tetris.
I didn't have the patience for that.
Specifically number 19.
Specifically 19, because here's how fucked up 19 was. I could play level 18 like I would any other level and get Tetrises the entire time, as long as I didn't get screwed. I'm not getting any straight pieces. But as soon as 19 hits, it's like, yeah, we're gonna triple the speed. You're fucked. See you later. And it ended almost every run I played. I did get I think the highest I got was like 22 on the original NES. But I mean, that was like just scraping at, making sure as soon as I hit 19, I had no stack. It was such a pain in the ass. I hated that so much. So yeah, 19.
Well, not for me, but I remember back in the day, like way back in the day, my mom got stuck on a certain puzzle back in the original Alone in the Dark, and she was stuck on that for months.
Oh,
because she kind of screwed herself because she had no health. Like she had no health to begin with, no way to get the health back, and the guy pretty much just guaranteed to kill her, and she didn't know what to do.
So, yeah, those are the only ones that really stick out in my mind as being extremely difficult. Like the only thing I can come up with modern day is Coda in Crypt of the Necrodancer, because I've beaten every other character. I could probably do a long deathless run on every other character except Arya, because I hate that fucking bitch. But Coda, I can't even get out of Zone 1 99% of the time.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It's so hard. So,
to be fair, I think, has anyone ever? How many people have 100%ed him?
Well, not 100%, but completed Coda 12.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure if you could do that on STDQ, they'd probably invite you on.
Well, I mean, it's already been done. I mean, Spooty did that in the Summer Games.
Well, you're not Spooty.
No,
so
I'm not.
Or
he was in Awesome Games. That's right. So yeah, there was that, and it's just like, oh, I forgot one other thing I played this past week. I got a new world record on Sub-Level 0. I knocked 40 seconds off it, got down to 28:05.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. No roadblocks in that game. That's for sure. Just running that game roughshod. The next guy down, I found out that he improved his time, but he's still at 51 minutes.
So this is still in beta though, right? This is still in beta.
No, this is not beta anymore. This is the live game.
Huh.
So, but yeah, I was very impressed because it was like literally my second game back playing, because of course frozen shoulder, how hurts. It's getting better, and I'm probably gonna start returning to playing some 60 OFs just to. No, I mean I'm not going to be playing like 6 DCL matches in a row or anything, but I do want to start playing again.
So Ryan, you want to play some Mortal Kombat?
Why would I do that?
Reasons.
No reasons that I know of.
Reasons.
Shosan says because MK is epic. Yeah, sure. Whatever. But yeah, that's it. Unless you guys got any other major roadblocks you can think of.
Yeah, it looks like in that Spider-Man game, you climbed up on after that roller coaster. You climbed up on a blimp, beat Mysterio, and then beat the game. So
You were so close.
So close,
someday
man.
I'll have to go back
So
and
close.
beat that game.
So, all right. And that'll do it for this week's episode of the Six Gaming Podcast. I am filling in for your host, as always, Ron Klee. Shosan, of course, hope you're getting well soon. I know you're listening in, but he hates us.
He hates us.
He hates us. It's funny because I say that every time that he has me host a podcast, filling in for your host, as always.
He just hates Ron.
Yeah, he just hates me. He
I
doesn't
feel
hate
un-
you guys.
I
I
feel-
knew that. I understood that when he said it. I know he does. He loves the hell out of the rest of his illustrious co-hosts. So, speaking of illustrious co-hosts, we're gonna go to the veg and have you put in any last thoughts.
Show loves me like a foot fungus. I just grow on him.
You grew on me like carcinoma, and you spread through me like malignant melanoma.
The hell?
Somebody
It's
make
a Tim Minchin song.
Will you stop? Pev, save us, please.
He's the one that's wrecking the train.
Choo choo, motherfuckers.
All right. And I am Ron Clay. This is the Six Gaming Podcast. Thank you guys all for showing up. And this week we're going to have Veg. Take it away.
Later, Gators. You guys have a good one. Be safe and don't drive in flooded waters because you're fucking stupid if you do.
See ya, bye.
See you, bye.
See you. Bye.